You know something big is coming when you totally feel like shift. Our bodies are shifting to match the frequency, to match the new earth frequency that we're living in. And we're already here right now, and something big is coming. And, you know, when I reflect on my everyday life and the symptoms that I've been experiencing, and you might be experiencing things as well, from my community, our community, from the friends that I have in my gym community, a lot of people have been feeling off in the past week. Is that you? Everything is coming up, all of the old densities. We all had long lives. Okay, it's not been an easy journey. If you're getting this message, you've probably been on the true ascension journey, and you haven't had an easy path, especially in the past few years. And a lot of the densities, they can't go with you. You're activating your crystalline or light body, and you're going to be living a life filled with more light and less density. I've been sharing about my ascension journey, and how, you know, especially being a person that's into fitness and, you know, always lived a, you know, fitness, healthy lifestyle and eating a lot of food. Now eating only 40% maybe of the amount of food that I used to eat, and still, you know, functioning similar to the way that I used to by eating a lot of food. So, you know, we are changing, and change is not easy. A lot of changes are happening. Our frequency is changing. You know, our physical body is changing. Maybe you're changing your underwear. I'm just kidding. But change is the only constant. The only thing that's going to remain the same is change at this time. So it's very uncomfortable. I'm going to be talking about ascension symptoms, anxiety, carbon to crystalline structures changing, a little bit on the quickening. Hasn't the time been going so fast? It's very difficult. If you are still living a matrix life, it's going to be very difficult at this time to keep up. More light and alignment. Rest is so important. It's part of the transformation process, and it's important to focus on one thing. And at the end of this video, this is the most important thing. One of the most, it's like the Mount Rushmore, but you have to embrace what is important at this time. 5-year plans aren't important. The now moment, that's important. Okay? Not looking at negativity, staying at positivity, and we're going to understand this process at a very deep level, whether you're watching live or on the replay. Could you kindly hit the like button? I'm very grateful for that. It helps many other people find this message. And especially if you are feeling a lot of these ascension symptoms, you've been feeling off in the past week, this is the message for you. And you know when you feel like total shift that something big is coming. Big changes. And you have to be prepared. Anxiety, you're feeling it. Anxiety when you really shouldn't have this anxiety. Reflect on this. Are you experiencing this right now? You're feeling anxiety, and you really shouldn't be feeling anxiety. So you're picking up on a lot of things. The lower back has been excruciating. And if you're feeling this, you could let us know in the comments, in the chat. You know, when we think of our ascension vehicle, when we think about this body, when Tesla said, I am the receiver, when we think about the light activating the chrism, the Christ oil that goes down the spine, a lot of us might be feeling a lot of pain, especially at the base of the spine. This has been coming up very recently. And you could feel like, you know, it's funny. So the other day in the gym, so my friend, he's like, I'm working out and doing what I can because I was in a lot of pain. And he's like, oh, look at you. And I'm like, oh, you look so strong. Meanwhile, I feel like I'm like 99. I can't even bend my back, right? So I'm like, no, the back is hurting. I'm like, I appreciate it, but I feel like I'm in so much pain. And you might be experiencing this as well. You can't deny these ascension symptoms, right? You're going to have to navigate this time period. So I'll use a physical thing and a mental thing in today's lesson. So for me, I had to abbreviate the workout. I had to use very lightweight. And I just wanted to get, because I've shared, the waters of the body need to flow during this process. So you want to transmute these energies. It's actually important to move. So that's really how I approached that workout. Working out less, lifting lighter, and just moving the body, getting the joints to move, getting the waters to move. Last night, usually I do a Friday night live stream, and at this point right now, it would be more detrimental than positive. And I want everyone to understand this at this time. We always want to do the same thing, our routines and rituals, which are important, but when you go through a highlighted phase, you can't do that. It will be more detrimental. I know, and I shared this phrase before, the quarterback sometimes has to take a knee. If I always did something, but I know that this is a very pivotal moment, I have to recharge. I have to be present today and moving forward. So sometimes we have to reboot ourselves, and in order to get this, and I did a full video on that feeling that you're burnt out inside. And that's what you might be feeling. And you almost don't have words for these things, because this is a truthful transformation and you're transcending. So certain ailments, certain things, you can't even explain it. It's not like a physical thing. It's an energetic and spiritual change. Some people refer to this as carbon to crystalline, right? The crystals are coming online. Bodily shifts. When you go through this and you become leaving that carbon structure, becoming crystalline, or activating the light body, whatever terms you like to use, you are now more connected to the universe and nature. So like never before, you become connected to the universe. On my journey over the past few years, more and more, that's what makes me feel better, is actually getting out in nature, grounding out in nature. And it's really the space between. The space between. Yesterday, I really didn't feel good. I knew the importance of this. Everything was everything was closing in. And, you might be witnessing this, especially if you're down south. There's a lot of activity, a lot of almost storms out there, wind blowing by the ocean, waves coming in. Right? So yesterday it was kind of stormy, but I knew that it was important for where I'm headed, where we're headed as a family, to ground yesterday. And I found myself in the place or the space in between. So when I went to the beach, if you were back off the water where the sand was more dry, the wind was blowing, you would get sand blasted. And the tide was low, but it was coming up. So that wet sand, you could kind of sit down so the sand wasn't blasting you. So you had a limited time. You couldn't go back because you get sand blasted. You can't go up front because the water is coming up and you're going to get wet. The space between, the quantum, the space between, the quantum, that's where we've been operating. And a lot of things don't make sense at first, but it makes sense later. I had to sit in this space between, get the grounding, change the frequency, because when you go through these things, Mother Nature is going to help you. There's other things out there that say, oh, this is going to take this, it's going to help you. Mother Nature helps you. Hit the like button if Uncle Mike is speaking the truth. So I know with a sense of urgency, I have to get out in nature. I was in the space between, and I couldn't go any back more because the wind, the sand was up in the air. You could see it. I could see the ocean rising, and I was running out of time. And then the drizzle started, and then the rain started, and then it was time to leave. So it was like everything was kind of closing, and that's how you might feel right now. Everything is closing in. You can't go one way, you can't go the other way. Now the rain's coming down. The rain is cleansing us. And yesterday, being out in all of that, it really settles you in, helps you move or shift through these energies. We're going through a major shift right now. And the space between is where the magic happens. The space between is where you're creating in the quantum. So just like how I was in that little space and I didn't have much place to go, couldn't go back, couldn't go forward, and then the time was running out. The rain came, and then that was it. You have to stay focused that you can find a way. I knew I was not feeling well yesterday, and I knew I needed to that nothing was going to help me. I spent a lot of time in higher vibes this past week. I knew the importance of this time. God is going to send you better things right now. That's why we're coming together right now. We have to remove all the traumas that we have deep inside of us, and our body is trying to purge these traumas. We know that something big is coming, and you probably know, intuitively something big is coming. You get the starburst going. The chat is down. I'll have to pull up another device. That's how powerful this message is. The chat is gone. So you could hit 555. You still hear me? I got to pull up something else to see you guys. We're live if you're watching on the replay. I like the live streams. I get to connect with everyone, but now we can't see anyone. But this is where we're in the space between. We're in the space between, and the space between is the answer. I think I see it. Faster vibrations. And you might feel this. You're moving faster and faster. I see you guys on the chat. You feel like you're moving faster and faster. And I've shared about the quickening. And this is a total detoxification of the matrix. Like right now, and this is the summer that you have. This is the summer that counts. Make the most of it. You can't spend your time. If you're spending your time, if you're worshiping the matrix, if you're worried about, I have to get this job, this relationship, I have to do all these matrix things. You feel like you're on a clock. You're going to feel like you're running out of time. You feel like you can't keep up. Ascension comes first. And a lot of people don't get this. I'm here today because I put the priority. Please hit the like button and please focus on this part of the message. I put a priority. It's not easy. I put a priority on ascension. Nothing comes before that. No person, no thing, nothing. It's ascension, and that's it. Yesterday, I received a comment. It was a quality comment. But I'm using this as an example. And the comment said, it's a beautiful message. However, 38 minutes is too long. And I replied to that, actually, 38 minutes is not long enough. If you're getting this message, if you're on this live stream, and people that are taking the true ascension process know, this doesn't happen overnight. There's no quick fix. There's no ascend for me. It takes years and years of work, daily work. That's why we have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. And it's up to you. If you are called to show up here, if my frequency resonates with you, and I'm here to tell you, you could, whatever it is that resonates with you, find a channel, find something, find things that are going to keep you on that process of ascension. This is not, 38 minutes is not enough time. It's not enough time. In a world of short, 30-second clips, you're not getting the big picture. And those that have been on, you stay on the live stream, you're watching the video, the whole time. There's so much that I have to share. I can't share it in a 30-second TikTok. These are the things that you have to stay focused on at this time. So, and I respond to that, and I hope that you're watching right now, right? This is everyday life. This is real life things. And you have to and again, I could have been in that location feeling that way. If I went back in Mr. D's time machine, I went back 10 years ago, I probably would think the same thing. But here I stand, I'm actually sitting today, but I'm sitting here before you. I am making this ascension. I am where I am today because I made this my top priority. This is where the unicorn and rainbow community, everything is going to be, just a magical potion. You actually have to show up and do work every single day. That's the truth. Hit the like button if I'm speaking the truth. Hit the like button if you actually want to do this. This is a free will thing. It's a free will, you know, and I heard this, you know, I heard a woman years ago, you know, when I started this, and people are going to make a free will decision. Everyone made their free will decision. You make a free will decision if you want to ascend or fail in the matrix. It's everyone's choice. It's free will. This is a time period of more light and alignment. I've been sharing that I share when God gives me messages, it comes in a simple form. It's usually 1 or 2 words. And this is a time period of alignment to new frequency. If you are getting, your body is becoming realigned. So when you're going through these shifts, it's totally not easy. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of ascension symptoms. You're feeling them right now. Your extra senses are being heightened. Extra sensory perception, ESP. Some of you heard about that. Some of you know about clairs, your clairsentience. Your Uncle Mike said that out on the beach many years ago. Your clairs, not spiritual wackadoo stuff. These senses are coming online right now. And as you are, we all kind of have them a little bit. And then when they get heightened, you might feel overwhelmed. Is that you? Are you starting to feel overwhelmed? That's your ESP, all your clairs, your clairsentience is coming on. And we all have that. You know, I share about superheroes on this channel. It helps us learn about our everyday lives. And all of the characteristics of the superheroes, we all have, but they are just really heightened as a superhero. And that's what we're doing right now. We're actually becoming everyday life superheroes. But it's not like, oh, I got superpowers right away. You actually go through ascension symptoms. And then it, like, when you level up, and now all of a sudden, like, you feel it, now you really feel it. Now you're really sensitive to it. Well, it could be overwhelming to you. There's a major activation happening right now because something big is coming. Everyone, 1,000 people could write it in the comments. Something big is coming. And there will be people that go through this year and say, oh, well, nothing happened. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. You know, I shared about Larry and people, again, you have to be tuned in. You have to do these things. And again, you could be faithful to God. You could pray to God. And I've shared this over and over and over and over and over. Not only do you have faith in God, but God has faith in you because you have to carry it out. You have to take accountability. You have to ascend. You have to build a new earth. Oh, this person's going to come save us. Everyone's got a savior in mind that's going to come. And actually, we're the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. And that's a big responsibility. That's a big upgrade. I've upgraded a lot over the past few years. I'm doing things I never thought possible. I'm here to take the accountability mirror out on myself so I could show people true ascension. I didn't come into this perfect. I showed up every day. I put in hard work, dedication. In a world full of fake, have the courage to be authentic. Hit the like button for that one if that resonates like a bell. You got to be authentic. You have to. Otherwise, you're not going to, and we have to manage, right? So a lot of this is managing. So I go back to sports a lot. I talked about the quarterback takes a knee. Some of you know about sports and you have a quarterback, right? And they're lighting it up, throwing the touchdowns, right? All over the place. But sometimes you might be up against a very rough defense. And the quarterback can't just like launch, you have to manage. So you might have to manage like a game manager at the time. You have to change and that's what makes the great ones. Sometimes you are launching bombs. Oh, boom, 7 touchdowns in a game. And then sometimes you have to be a game manager. right now, right? So we have to manage these energies because these energies are greater than us. We're in a sea full of energies. Go out in the ocean. Go out in the ocean. See if you want to press against that wave. See what happens. That wave is going to take you. Boom! It's going to it might tombstone you like the Undertaker, right? I shared the story when the ocean did that to me years ago, right? So these things, these powers, these energies that are coming in right now, you can't fight against them. You have to brace for impact. You have to manage time for this, time for that. In sports, you know, a game manager quarterback is not the best like all the time, but a great quarterback has the ability to respond to the surroundings. Epigenetics. So if the defense isn't so great and you know you have the ability, you start launching touchdowns. If you know that they might intercept the ball, they might sack the quarterback, you might have to play differently. That's what we are doing. And here on this channel, I'm here to show authentically how you can navigate through these energies. Because it's not going to be the same every single day. Sometimes we are heavily bombarded with energies, like right now. Remember, we just hit that solstice. We just have this powerful back-to-back, powerful full moon, powerful changes. Your body, everything's coming up to be evaluated. Everything is rising to the surface. Because you can't take these densities with you. You have to be prepared. A long time ago on this channel, your Uncle Mike went out to the beach and he said, you're going to have the preparation to accept. I keep my receipts. I'm here to share authentically. And now people are understanding. You know, when I started this channel, you know, a lot of people, they said, what the heck's this guy talking about? But I kept going. I kept going. I put on the full armor of God. And now, this summer, we have a coronation. Now, this summer, the whole world is getting on page. You know, I was listening to someone else, and he was sharing his story. And he's like, I could only talk to like 3 people years ago, and now like everyone is waking up to this. Everyone's receptive to this. You might be getting this. You might have been on the authentic ascension journey. You didn't have many people to talk to. People might have shamed you. People might have said, what the heck's this guy? What the heck's this girl talking about? More and more people are ready to receive the messages. You can't go out there and put these things out, right? What happens? People attack what they don't understand, but now more and more people are understanding you. You have to understand the way of the world to make it easier. Navigate the time period with ease. It's not totally ease, but efficient. Let's use the word efficiently, because this is by no means easy right now. Totally not easy. The solar flash is happening and will continue to happen. These energies constantly come in. When you are thinking differently, and you might be new and you're not understanding your light body, you're not understanding your DNA. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. It was not junk DNA. You could write it in the comments. I am not junk. That's a subconscious program. Can you imagine there's millions and billions of people maybe walking around the earth thinking that they're made of junk? Oh, you just have junk DNA. Right? No, you have a power that's inside of you, and that power is coming back online. The kings and the queens are here right now. You're not junk. God did. Do you think God made? Oh, God made a mistake. Oh, God just put this DNA in. He just put that DNA in there. It doesn't do anything. It's got to be real, right? It's on TV. It's right. No. So this is where the empowerment comes. When you change the way you think about yourself, then, right, that's what we really have to stay focused on this summer. You have to start thinking, you don't have to do anything, but you need to start thinking differently about yourself. You have to understand the power. And you can see this right now. We're rebooting today. We're rebooting everything today. This is the summer of assert dominance. Everyone, 1,000 people, write it down. Assert dominance. You have to dominate everyday life. If you missed it, I put up a short 3-minute video. You could head over to the channel page, focus on that. Know thyself. You focus on those 3 minutes, very simple. And then you will be able to do that on a daily basis this summer. The light is the brightest this summer. The light is the brightest, so you need to take in this light and maximize. Maximum. You have to do this right now. You have to maximize right now. A lot of you see me right now, right? I don't need a teleprompter. I could show up. I hit record. I hit go live. I just talk, and people can pick up on the vibrational frequency of authenticity. I just keep going. I can see the chat down there, right? Are you feeling it? Hit the like button if you're feeling authenticity. That's the time period we're in. Rest is part of the transformation process. So as we are transforming, rest is part of the metamorphosis that we're going through. You are changing, so you're transforming. You're going through metamorphosis. You need rest. And I knew this was coming, and I went through that. And it's difficult for me. I was talking to my friend in the gym, and you know, he always shows up all the time, and like I was saying, we're wired differently, while people, and that's why we have to understand, and all of the fake, you know, what is quote unquote normal, there is no such thing as normal, right? Dr. Gabor, the myth of normal. There's no such thing as normal. Okay? Your Uncle Mike is going to burn it down to the ground this summer. You can hit the fireballs in the chat. Okay, people need to be free. There is no normal. What's the normal job? The normal life? The normal relationship? There's no such thing. Burn it down. Burn it down to the ground. So free the people. Be the voice for the voiceless. That's what we're doing this summer. This transformation, this metamorphosis is not easy. So I was telling my friend, we're wired differently, right? So most people, they need to have motivation to go to the gym. Him and I, we need motivation to not go to the gym, right? And not going to the gym is also very important for people like us, because then you go into overtraining, and then you put your body into a catabolic state instead of an anabolic state. Right? And then you're doing destruction. That's what people are doing in the fake spiritual communities. Do you know about this? And that's why people are taking things like the Church of Veganism. Do you know about the Church of Veganism? They take something that might be healthy, and they're actually destroying lives, right? Destroying lives. Hit the like button if I'm speaking the truth. There's actually a new term that was started. I did a video on it. Right, there was a woman, she even got death threats because she stopped doing this stuff. It's called orthorexia. And people, right, what is supposed to be healthy and helpful is actually destroying their minds, called orthorexia. Check out it on the channel page. And let's raise awareness about these things all summer long. Madden Ferguson, thank you so much. Supreme Divine Dominant Authenticity. I appreciate that. Yeah, let's write that in the comments. Supreme Divine Dominant Authenticity. Dominators. Dominate. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much for that. It's really important. What is so important this summer, right? So right now I'm going to give you the most important thing to do. And I see it. When you start, right, Tesla gave us the answer. All right? Think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. This is the most important thing right now, if you stay focused, like a laser beam. It is unbelievably important to focus your attention on the rising reality, not the failing false reality. That was a good one. Your attention, your attention is the currency of the universe. And you have to, like laser pinpoint accuracy. Your Uncle Mike has shared that. I know there's people that are new. Laser pinpoint accuracy with your attention. Your attention has to be focused on the rising reality, not the failing false reality. And I've shared about this, and I know a lot of people, they're getting it. And I know it's very difficult to understand this, but I can clearly see this sitting alone with God out on nature for months and months and months. There are two realities overlapped. And you could kind of go out there and you say, oh, I kind of think that could be real, but that kind of could be real as well. It is unbelievably important to stay focused on the rising reality. It is unbelievably important to focus your attention on the positive outcomes. It is unbelievably important to get rid of anything negative, anything that's associated with iron. Again, we're in this world and we have to, some people go over the top, but you have to stay away from negative things, negative people. We need solutions. You got to stay focused on the people that are building the new earth. Builders build, creators create. That's the premise of this platform. Creators. There are people that create, there's people that also destroy on purpose. Do you know it? You have to hit the like button if I'm speaking the truth. If we want to be successful, if we want to be successful as a species, in a corporation, as a platform, if we want to be successful, we need to build, we need to create. And we have to get rid of the narcissistic energy. Okay, what does a narcissist do, right? Instead of you're building up, so what they do is your building's too big, they try to knock it down so their little building looks bigger than yours, right? That's what we have to be focused and aware of as we're shifting to a higher vibrational timeline, a higher reality. Beautiful, so many people today. Please hit the like button, special numbers. You could hit 444. The angel numbers are here. And you might be getting these synchronicities, the divine numbers. Divine numbers, the codes. Universal languages, numbers. These are the things you have to stay focused on. Not just the spoken word. The true language. The language of energy, frequency, and vibration. Dr. Brucey Bruce taught us all animals are able to pick up on vibration and frequency. Language was designed to hide feelings. So, I used to say, like, some people would laugh when I do the fake anger. I was, but they know I'm joking around. So that's the whole thing. Like, some people are trained to, like, that's surface level. Can't be surface level, got to go deep. So people, they're listening to the words, but they're not seeing what is behind those words. What's the energy that's deep in there? We got to go deep at this time, real deep. And that is what is going to assist you during this ascension. This is true ascension. True ascension. Practice what you preach. I will continue to show up every day. I will continue to do my work. And as you have to find this intersection, this is called vocation, not a job. It's called vocation. When you find that intersection with what you are creating is assisting the world. You could be a baker. There's so much stuff out there. A lot of the health problems, you could eat like even desserts sometimes. And it's like when people they make something so beautiful, right? A baker, someone that's cooking, right? And they're producing to the world, right? And people come into your business, right? We have to support these people. We need people to make the beautiful food, right? We need people to make beautiful art. You have to find that intersection with what you are creating, right? Is benefiting you, but it's also benefiting the world. And as we move forward, that's what's going to be successful. You cannot deny these new energies. The age of authenticity. It's the age of Aquarius. And it's all about alignment. As we move forward here on this channel, God has given me 2 words. I've been sharing them over and over recently. Everything is about restoring balance and alignment. And when I get up in the morning, I say to myself, everything I touch, I leave better than the way I found it. And when I live my life that way, I have no problems. And when at night, when the head hits the pillow, you sleep deep. I know a lot of us have been sleeping deep. So if you missed yesterday's live stream, your sleep it's wild. Hasn't the sleep been wild lately? These are the signs that something big is coming. because energy is the ability to cause change. We can detect energy's presence by noticing the change. So we're noticing changes happening, changes in our body, changes in the world. And you, again, I've shared many times, know thyself. If you don't know thyself, if you don't, you're not having a conscious experience. You have to know how your body feels, how your body reacts. And then all of a sudden, something's different. Know thyself. And again, it's the ability to cause change. So if you're experiencing changes, you are changing. Now you will have an ability. But what will you do with that ability? When you get back to the basic energies, there's potential energy. You got to have tons of potential energy. But will it become kinetic? That's stored energy. You could get your activations. You could get your, oh, I got the blessings. I got my activations. I got my ascension. And there you are sitting on the couch. I don't know. I'm just sharing. I'm just teaching, right? If you're here for the truthful ascension process and journey, please smash the like button if I'm speaking the truth and it's helping you on your journey. Because right now, this is the light is the brightest. The sun is the brightest right now. Something big is coming. So let's maximize everything. Let's improve our everyday lives. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here, and please share this today if at all any of these things resonated. I see someone, I don't know where it went. I appreciate, oh, here we are. Oded, I love you, Oded. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. Hallelujah, High Commander. We are one with the Holy Spirit, fire, and Almighty God. So it's endless love from the New Jerusalem. I appreciate you, Oded. I love you, brother. Thanks so much. It's wild how you glitch your do you glitch are you witnessing a lot of glitches in the electronics as well? We're glitching time and space. We're in the quantum realm. And that's how this is happening. We're in the space between right now. The space between, it's a little scary. You got sand coming one way. If you didn't hear this earlier, go back when this live stream's over. You got sand one way. You got the rising tides. You're in the space between. You might feel a little uncomfortable, but that's where the magic lies. I love each and every one of you. What are you experiencing at this time? Please leave comments on this video. Let's improve our lives in all three phases. That's what we do here. Let's improve our lives physically, mentally, and spiritually this summer and for years and years and years to come. So this energy is supporting us right now. Let's make the most of it right now. I will show up every day. I appreciate if you show up every day and simply just click the like button and click that subscribe button if today's message resonates with you. And that's a support, and it supplies me with the positive energy to continue to show up every day, to continue to make better and better content. We have so much content coming out this summer. Beautiful things. Oh, it's all waiting. It's waiting. It's all been waiting for you. It's all coming together right now, right? It's a convergence of energies. It's called divine timing, and it's all coming out, and it's all coming out this summer. You don't have to wait any longer. It's already happened. The energy's already here. And now you're giving birth to this new reality, this new timeline. You make the reality. You make the timeline, not someone else. Don't forget it. I love you all. We'll be back on tomorrow. If you missed any of this week's very powerful messages, because it really has been a powerful week, please check out the first playlist on the channel page. You go to the channel page by clicking that circle with my face on it. Just smash it right there. And then check out that first playlist. We have TikTok. We have new video on TikTok, new video on Facebook, and new video on Patreon. So I love each and every one of you, and I will see you tomorrow.